Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. To those listening on Archive, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Take a moment and thumbs up the video. Hit the notification button. That way you're notified every time D Style Boxing comes on live. Also, make sure you take a moment, as I mentioned, thumbs up that video. And I have a video about the Sacha Baron Cohen, Who is America's, the Showtime series. This was my previous video. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already, right? This here, I'm going to play it, and it's from Fox News. The title of the video is Baron Cohen's pranks could land him in legal trouble. Ooh, look at that. Okay, now, I am playing this at 1.25 speed, okay, to get through the video a little faster. For those that don't know, YouTube actually has a feature where you can actually speed up the video to play it faster, okay? In case you didn't know that. They've had that feature for quite a minute now. You know, you could speed it, you could do 1.25 faster, 1.5 faster, and 2 times faster. Saves you a lot of time, listen to a lot of your subscriptions a lot faster, just so you know, FYI, right? In fact, I'm actually going to play this 1.5 faster. Okay, we're going to get 50% faster on this thing. You know, we don't want to listen to Fox News a little too much. All right. Now let me pull some things up here before I play this video. Again, we are live here this August the 1st, 8:16 p.m. Mountain Time in my area here. And Fox News is a joke, man. And what I'm about to play, you're going to see why I say that they're a joke, right? This is a segment by, what's her first name? Sarah Ingram, or well, whatever the hell her first name is. Okay, but it's the Ingram angle. How edgy. Okay, get it? Ingram angle? It's very edgy, isn't it? Wow. All right. I'm going to shred the segment apart, all right? It's actually not that long of a segment, and I'm playing a little faster, so it's going to go by pretty quick, all right? So check this out, all right? This is the saddest shit I've ever seen, all right? Let's go ahead and play this right now.
Now for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we expose what's behind the big cultural stories of the day. He calls himself a comedian, Sacha Baron Cohen, and he pranked everyone from Sarah Palin to Ted Koppel. But could his stunts now land him in legal trouble? For more, we're joined by Fox News contributor, New York Times bestselling author of the Will Wilder series, Raymond Arroyo. Raymond, Cohen's new show, Who is America, premiered this weekend, but the real question is, I want to know is who the heck is watching?
Not too many people. It premiered with only 327,000 total viewers. That's 0.1 in the demo. If you had those ratings, you would probably go into retirement.
Well,
First of all, over 300,000 people watched the premiere, right? The first time this thing ever came out. It is on Showtime. Now, let me give you a thing called context, okay? Because this guy's talking about how that's 0.1 in the demo. That's a terrible rating, right? 300,000 people watched, right? Well, it's on Showtime. It's the first time ever showed. Like, nobody even knew what the hell the show was about, right? And that's how many people tuned in to begin with, right? Now, this segment was a while ago. What they don't know is that the second episode actually got a 25% jump from the season premiere. So more people are starting to watch it now. And we're only talking about the premiere. Like, I like how the guy says, oh, total viewers, that's it. If you got that, I mean, you would be in retirement. Oh, I get those ratings at 3 a.m. Like, really? Fox News? Really? This is your hit piece? Oh, who the hell's watching this, she said. Who the hell is watching this show? Who watches this? Nobody's watching it. Insinuating what? That nobody's watching it because nobody cares. And there's nothing substantive to watch, right? There's nothing to see. That's what they are insinuating, right? It's pretty clear that it's not worth watching, right? It's not noteworthy, people knew it wasn't just from the jump, even though they'd never seen it before. This is how ridiculous Sarah Ingram and his little stupid guest here are being, right? First of all, who is this guy? Who the hell, all right, is Raymond Arroyo? All right, who the hell is this guy? All right, first of all. Now let's talk about, you want to talk viewers. This YouTube clip got 74,500 viewers. That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot. Solid, right? You know how many views the Who is America on Showtime, on the Showtime YouTube channel? You know how many viewers that got? 14 million plus. That's how many viewers it got. You know how many viewers the Jason Spencer video got? 6 million plus and growing. Millions of viewers on YouTube are watching this. The viewership is growing every week for Showtime. Showtime is a premium network. Many people stream the content that they subscribe to on Showtime. In fact, many Showtime subscribers, right, a couple million of them, don't watch it on live TV. They watch through their apps, which is not tracked by the ratings. You fucking retards, right? Ingram and her stupid guests would know this. Either they don't know this because they're stupid, or they're just being purposely misleading. But nonetheless, the live viewership is still growing every week. And I do believe it's going to have a steady growth every single week. I mean, we may end up with anywhere from 800 to 700,000 viewers by the end of the season. This is just on Showtime, on TV. This is not counting the millions of people that are watching this on YouTube. And this is just YouTube. This is not social media. Other forms of social media, I'm sorry, this is not on Facebook. Okay? There easily has to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of additional viewers on Facebook. Okay? This is not counting any other form. This is not counting the people worldwide that can't watch Showtime, but they're streaming it in other forms. Okay? Millions of people are watching this. Millions, right? Just saying, right?
Cohen's new show, Who is America, premiered this weekend, but the real question is, I want to know, is who the heck is watching?
Not too many people. It premiered with only 327,000 total viewers. That's 0.1 in the demo. If you had those ratings, you would probably go into retirement.
Well, I'll be at 3 a.m. I get those ratings.
Well, I don't even think you get them at 3 a.m. I think you get more than that. But here's the point. Though Cohen was able to snooker people like Dick Cheney, Sarah Palin, and others, there was a Riverside, California gun shop owner whom, when Cohen walked in, his name was Norris Sweden, the gun shop owner, he saw through Sacha's charade early on.
First of all, I like how they're giving themselves brownie points because, according to them, a gun shop owner caught onto it and he figured out the guy was Borat, right? Look, if you catch on to the fact that you're getting trolled, you don't get brownie points for that. That just means that at the very least, you're not a blithering idiot. That's all that means. It doesn't mean anything else. Honestly, it doesn't mean anything else. It just means that you're not a blithering idiot. That's literally it. That's literally all it means. Okay? I mean, so it's, oh, wow. You're not a blithering idiot. You caught on to the fact that you were getting trolled. Wow. Okay? Now, first of all, we don't know. We still don't know what was filmed, what wasn't filmed. Okay? The series has, in fact, filmed people that just kind of caught on to it. Okay? Or cut the interview short or knew they were getting trolled. So it doesn't mean anything. Right? That's kind of stupid, but anyway.
I just kept looking at the guy, and I was like, "You're Borat." As soon as I said that, his eyes just looked at me like, and he did a B-turn right out the door. Once I knew it was Borat, we already know his game and his so we knew that he's here to make a mockery. And make a mockery of what? Gun owners, the gun business, gun shops?
He did make a mockery of gun owners and gun activists. He got some of them to read a script teaching children how to use firearms. Again, it's to embarrass people who own guns, who like guns, and Cohen, by the way, was dressed as a...
I like how they're just saying this stuff. Oh, he got some people to read some scripts, but I mean, he's just tricking them to it, I want to make this really, really clear, okay? These people were not tricked into reading a script about kids using firearms, right? That's not what happened. Okay, they were believing that they were talking to an Israeli, right? They were duped into believing that they're talking to an Israeli soldier that convinced them that this was an effective practice, right? They are having conversations with this guy advocating the practice of 4-year-olds with guns, right? And the fact that how could you possibly read through a script that's advocating for that and then turn around and say, well, I was duped. No, you're a blithering idiot, and that's that. Okay, as simple as that.
Aryan immigrant there with a beard. He looked like a runaway from Duck
Duck
Dynasty.
Dynasty. I was just going to say he looked like Duck Dynasty.
Maybe that
No. But I love the old. They make fun of the good old boys. Like the good old boys are dumb, and that good old boy saw right through that lame costume. And little.
Oh, he saw right through it. He saw the fact that he was getting trolled. Wow. I mean, you deserve a lot of credit for that, you know?
Brady cat. Instead of standing there trying to do some original stand-up, he should have turned it into a joke, but instead he ran out with a little.
And then there's this charge of that he's stolen valor. In fact, there was some billboards around LA about this. The problem with the Stolen Valor Act of 2013 is something applies to Cohen because he impersonated a war veteran. It doesn't apply. It's about wearing a medal, a false medal. That's what's illegal.
I think he's impersonating a comedian myself. But there's a new Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Get it? Oh, he's impersonating a comedian. I mean, the jokes in the writer are so funny, you know. Like it's you know, they hear those jokes like, oh, joke number one was, who's watching this? Oh, they only got 300,000 viewers, right? And then the other joke was nobody's watching it, and then the other joke anyway was, stolen valor. Oh no, he was impersonating the soldier. Oh no, I think he's impersonating a comedian. I mean, they're so funny. I mean, the Ingram angle is so hilarious, right? I mean, what a hilarious show. I mean, wow, right? Look, that's not stolen valor, you fucking blithering idiots, okay? Stolen valor, right, is when someone is genuinely acting like they went to war or that they're a veteran, okay, dress up as a veteran, okay, for the purpose of, you know, getting actual credit for it, right, and living vicariously through that. Right, that's what stolen valor is, right? Sacha Baron Cohen dressing up as a wounded veteran, right, is no different than an actor dressing up as a wounded veteran in a movie, right? He was acting like a wounded veteran to troll people, right? Like, don't be fucking blithering idiots. Don't be blithering idiots. Like, how dumb can people be? Like, how dumb can you be?
Biopic.
Ooh. You already got your tickets.
I'm ready. And it's called On the Basis of Sex.
All right, so they moved on to another topic. Who's had more eyeballs, the Ingram angle or Who is America? Well, with the YouTube videos alone, Who is America wins. Okay? The Ingram angle's been around for years. She's been on Fox News for years. She's already getting beat out, right, by this new show that is going to grow. I really think this thing is going to catch. It's going to catch on. Like, I'm starting to see a rise in people doing reaction videos to the Who is America thing. I'm starting to see a rise in a lot of this, right? There is a rise in attention that this show is getting. And from what I understand, crazier shit is going to go down. All right? Like, it's already been videotaped. And you have many, and most of them on the right, people that want to sue Sacha Baron Cohen. Like, Fox News is saying he could be in a lot of legal trouble here because he had stolen valor, right? Like, you guys do understand that this goes to court, that he's going to say, yes, I was acting as this for this specific show, right? I mean, it's so stupid. Like, it's so retarded. And this whole idea that he's going to face legal ramifications. You guys understand this? What's going on here? like especially in the right, I'm starting to notice all this legal ramifications talk. Oh, he's gonna face some legal ramifications for what he did. How dare he impersonate himself as somebody else to troll Republicans? How dare he do that? Oh, he did it. And believe me, he has Showtime's backing. Roy Moore threatened to sue the guy. Okay? A lot of the people that were caught on camera doing shit, they're threatening to sue the guy. You have news outlets like Fox News saying that he's going to face legal ramifications. Are these the same people that always talk about snowflakes and, you know, facts over feelings and all this other bullshit, right? Are they supposed to be the tough, conservatives? They don't sound so tough. They sound like a bunch of little whiny bitches is what they sound like, right? And they have this one clip, this one gun owner that said he knew it was Borat. He knew he was getting trolled. And they're celebrating it. Like, isn't that crazy? Yet he has a lot of footage of other Republicans, right, that he trolled. So I want to make sure people understand what is happening here, okay? Like, I want you to understand this. The people he's been trolling, in many cases, okay, he has attempted to troll Ted Koppel. He attempted to troll Bernie Sanders. It didn't work. Okay? Now, it was still funny. There were still funny segments. But in the case, like the way he trolled some Republican representatives, it's even having people believe that it's not real. Like, people are like, this can't be real. And it's not until you see that they're stepping down from their position or something like that that you start to realize that, holy shit, I guess this is real. You know? Now, for those that just came in, I'm going to go ahead and replay this, but I am going to play the normal speed just because it's kind of annoying and fast-paced. So let me just play this again.
It's time now for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we expose what's behind the big cultural stories of the day. He calls himself a comedian, Sacha Baron Cohen, and he pranked everyone from Sarah Palin to Ted Koppel. But could his stunts now land him in legal trouble?
Think about this. Legal trouble, right? There is no doubt, right, that, let me tell you something. If Sacha Baron Cohen, he won't, I doubt it, okay? But let's say he lands in jail, right? Or he gets this outrageous fine for doing this, right? That is causing a terrible precedent. Like, it's terrible, right? Like, you need to understand this. Now, they want him to pay the price because he made him look stupid, right? No one is, I mean, keep in mind, the cameras were not hidden. They knew cameras were right there, right? He was playing a character, right? They were trolled, but never was anything secretly recorded against their will. Nothing was done against their will. They were free to leave at any time. They did not have to read what they were told to read. They did not have to agree with the ridiculous things he was saying, right? You guys need to understand this, okay? In many cases, he led the horse to the water, and they drank from the water, right? Well, and what I mean by that, although I think it's self-explanatory, but for those that don't understand, he kind of led them to, to their own demise, right? He would start a sentence and then they would finish it, and then he just kind of went with what they were saying in many cases. I want you guys to understand this. The same right wing, right, has been secretly, or the ones that were doing quote unquote secret surveillance of Planned Parenthood, doctors and all these other people, and did this bogus story about them selling body parts, right? And a Republican state and a Republican judge in Texas, right, found the whole thing to be bogus, right? Because it was. But the same right wing that is always like just saying ridiculous things, right? The same right wing that post stories out there about how Democrats are, raping kids in the back of a pizza store or whatever, okay, a pizza restaurant, and it causes a dude with a gun to show up to that restaurant and shoot at the restaurant. Thankfully, nobody was killed. This same right wing, the same right wing that started to put out rumors that supposedly Barack Obama wasn't really the father of his daughters because his wife, okay, is actually a man, right? This is the same right wing that was doing this, by the way. Okay, the same right wing that went out of their way to put out stories that Barack Obama is not a real American and all this other shit. He was born in Kenya. Like that same right wing, right, is now trying to get a dude in trouble for trolling people and trolling them on the open, not in secret. This is not secretly videotaped. Okay, they knew they were on camera. They knew what was going on, right? The racist things they said and the ignorant things they said are out in the open. They said it on by their own free will. They're talking about this guy facing legal trouble, right? Like, I hope people understand. Like, if you're in favor of, because there's a bigger issue at hand here, right? Just like when Donald Trump talks about expanding the libel laws, right? So that way the press could get sued. So just imagine that. First of all, does the right wing not understand that if you were to do that, that's not in your favor, right? Because imagine if Obama would have sued Breitbart and InfoWars for all the inaccurate things they said, right? Every single time there's this fraud, Alex Jones goes to court, he admits in court that he's just an actor, that nothing he's saying is real. And then he goes to InfoWars and he claims he never said that, right? I mean, just think about that. Fox News in court admitted they're not real news. So it's not a winning battle, right? But in the end, I don't want free speech of the press to be, revoked here. And I don't think, they're holding a comedian. I mean, this is the year 2018. In an age where everybody claims, see, there's things that people claim, and then there's things that are true, right? People claim that they're tired of political correctness, right? That's what they claim. That's what they say. Yet in the year 2018, the most unpolitically correct people, comedians, are being held to a higher standard than the president of the United States, right? The president of the United States could say about John McCain that he's not a real hero because he was captured. He likes people that aren't captured. A comedian who's clearly trolling people, right? Yes, with the goal of making them look stupid, right? It's a comedian is being held to a higher standard. You have news organizations talking about how he can face legal repercussions for this, right? There are people on the right that want this dude dead for what he did. I mean, just think about that. It's like that comedian that was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, right? And she started making jokes, right? And everybody was like, oh my God, how dare he attack? Okay, I mean, again, 2018, the same people that claim that they're tired of feminism and they're tired of it's, right? Oh, how dare she attack a fellow woman? I mean, attack Donald Trump, but don't attack that woman. She only works with Donald Trump. How dare you attack Sarah Huckabee Sanders? How dare you make jokes about her smoky eye? Right? That she uses her lies to create ash and create a perfect smoky eye. It's talking about her makeup, right? Because she does like a smoky eye around her eyes. But that was crossing the line. All these other correspondents in there, when they talked about bombing kids in Iraq and, there's no weapons of mass destruction. Haha, that's funny, right? That's hilarious. Obama joking about, drones. So that's fucking hilarious, right? But making fun of Sarah Huckabee Sanders and a comedian making fun of people in power. Oh my God, that's crossing the line. Even CNN was like, she crossed the line. I mean, the line was crossed way too much. You can't do that. That's a line you don't cross. Lines you don't cross. That's the red line. Comedians are being held to a higher standard than the people in power. This is insane. We have a president that makes fun of disabled people. He's on camera doing it, making the hand gesture of the reporter that has that disabled hand. He has like a deformity. Oh, what a coincidence. I mean, seriously. Like, you can't make, and then there's people that just, oh, that's not what he meant. Like you got to be stupid, okay? And because you keep playing stupid, this is why you have to get trolled so you could get exposed. And that's why they hate Sacha Baron Cohen, okay? Again, I don't know Sacha Baron Cohen as a person. All I know is what I've seen on Borat and what I'm seeing here. That's all I know, right? But notice, like on these Fox, like on Fox News, like they'll say he's not funny, and they'll say he has no talent, and they'll say nobody's watching, and they'll brush it off like it's not that important. Oh yeah, he had some people read some scripts. He tricked them into reading the script. How do you get tricked into reading the fucking script? You do know that your eyes have to actually see the words before you read them. Once you see 4-year-old guns, right? You stop and you say, wait, what? No, I'm not going to read that. I don't endorse that. That's what you should do, right? No, but this style. But this style, you don't understand. This style. Okay? Sacha Baron Cohen, okay, is like, well, what are you going to tell me? Political correctness. Let me tell you how stupid people are, okay? People actually believe, right, the most politically correct thing to do, which is stand up, put your hand on your heart for your precious song, okay, the national anthem. That's the most politically correct thing you can fucking do. There's nothing more politically correct. Nothing. Right? So, like, when somebody kneels down, which is the most unpolitically correct thing you could do, the people that claim they're not for political correctness get angry. Okay? I mean, this is the world we live in. Now, I understand that could be based on opinion or whatever, right? But back to Sacha Baron Cohen. I thought you guys don't want political correctness. I thought you guys just want people to be free and don't worry about upsetting other people, and you're tired of people not being able to take a joke. Remember? Oh, people can't even take jokes no more. Like, remember, like that was like the big thing. Like, I can't even say my racist shit anymore. Everybody's so sensitive and so politically correct. Yeah, when you get a dude that's not being politically correct at all and is trolling the shit out of people, all of a sudden, conservatives get fucking butthurt. All of a sudden, he should be, prosecuted. There should be legal we should legally attack this guy because he tricked us. He made us believe that he was an Israeli soldier, and when I believe that, then yes, I was for shooting for 4-year-old kids using guns. But when he told me, when I found out it was just a troll job, I realized that he tricked me into doing it. There's a politician that says that Sacha Baron Cohen took advantage of the fact that that this politician loved Israel, that he loves Israel so much, right? That he took advantage of that. Like, are you kidding me? Right? And let me talk about this other piece of shit right here too, by the way. Right? Let me talk about this piece of shit. Let me see if I can bring this dude up here. All right? Jason Spencer. Right? You want to talk about Jason Spencer? Right? You want to talk about Jason Spencer? Let's talk about Jason Spencer, okay? Jason Spencer is the idiot that pulled his pants down and started screaming America, right? Okay, he's the one that screamed the N-word, and he's the one that showed his skin, right? And believed that he could turn ISIS into homosexuals if he touched them with his ass, and that would intimidate them, right? That guy. Look, this dude is a piece of shit. Back in 2017, just 11 months ago, okay? Just 11 months ago. Let me read this right here. State Representative Jason Spencer, a Woodbine Republican, right? Here's what was reported, right? And he didn't deny this, by the way. So I just want to make sure that's clear. Okay. A Georgian Republican lawmaker warned a Democratic former colleague who criticized his support for Civil War monuments on Facebook, right? That she will be met, and this is a quote, met with torches, but something a lot more definitive if she continues to call for the removal of statues in South Georgia. Right? So like, think about that. State Rep Jason Spencer, a Woodbine Republican, also wrote former State Rep LaDawn Jones, so it was an African-American woman. People in South Georgia are people of action, not drama. And suggested someone who don't understand that will go missing in the Okefenokee. Quote, too many necks, they are red around here. Don't say I didn't warn you about them. He was basically saying, if you keep advocating for the removal of Confederate statues, you're going to be met with something worse, okay, than torches. You're going to disappear. Who says that? Regardless of how you feel about your stupid, precious statues, who says that? And when people are like, this is the guy you have sympathy for? You think I feel sorry for this guy? Okay? That his ignorance was taken advantage of, right? Taking advantage of people's ignorance and stupidity is not a crime. Okay? It's not. Okay? So Sacha Baron Cohen trolled the shit out of this dude. You know what this was? It was fucking justice is what it was. Okay? He convinced the guy to hold a selfie stick, okay, and impersonate a Japanese or Chinese tourist, all right? That revealed a lot about him already, right? And then he convinced this guy, okay, he didn't tell him to do it. Okay, this guy, you got to watch it. He screamed the N-word 4 times, loud, thinking that that's a way to fight terrorists. I mean, this is stupid, right? He convinced him on another video to say something derogatory about Arabs and Muslims in general. In general. He didn't call out ISIS in the video. No. Okay, he said sand. You could finish the word. Right? And this guy, right? Okay, he convinced them to chop off, and that wasn't real, of course, but a sausage was supposed to be the penis of a terrorist, according to him, right? Or a Muslim or whatever it was, and bite it and say, we're going to chop off your penises and feed them to you. Like think about that. Now people say, oh, was he really tricked into doing that? Like, it can, like, on what planet do you get tricked into doing that? This guy actually thought he was doing some good, okay, for Israel, and that's why he did it, right? And then he convinced him to pull down his pants, first with his underwear on, and scream America as he, quote unquote, attacks the terrorists, right? Who falls for that? And then he convinced him to pull down his underwear to show some skin. okay, to quote unquote turn the ISIS guy into, a homosexual. Think about that. This same individual last year was threatening to have somebody disappear because she was calling for the removal of Confederate statues. You think I feel sorry for this guy? No, I don't feel sorry for him at all, actually. Right? I don't feel sorry for him at all. At all. Hell, I bet you if this never happened and somebody asked them, right? All the racists are like this. Have you ever used the N-word? They would have been like, no, I would never use that word, right? Sure you wouldn't, right? Just takes a little bit of a troll job. Okay, the best part, this was in the secret camera. You know how racists usually get caught in secret? That's usually how it happens, right? Hulk Hogan, on camera, right? He didn't expect that to go out to the public. The owner of the Clippers, right? In secret. It's always how it happened. And nobody comes out and says, yes, I am, right? So just think about that. This dude, like I don't feel sorry for Jason Spencer. You think I feel sorry for politicians just think about this, okay? Just think about this. Sacha Baron Cohen is guilty of portraying an Israeli soldier, an anti-terrorist soldier, and tricking Republicans into believing that he was one and that he was going to present him with awards for being good friends of Israel. That's what he's guilty of. And that's it. And they want him to face legal repercussions because of that. No, I haven't seen when he's portraying a wounded soldier yet. I haven't seen that yet. It's gonna come out soon, right? We don't even know what he did yet. But people are already saying, "Oh, he should pay legal. He should have legal problems because of this because he shouldn't have done that. It's stolen valor." These people obviously don't know what stolen valor is. All right, they don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. Right? Now, I made this comparison before, and for those that haven't heard it, I'm going to make it again. Right? This is very similar to when online pedophiles are talking to what they believe is a 13-year-old girl. Right? But they don't know that they're actually talking to a policeman. Right? And then they're convinced to show up to a house, okay, after sharing selfies and dick pics and inappropriate photos of themselves to what they believe is a 13-year-old girl, and they show up to the house and then they get arrested. These people the way they sound is like that pedophile says, "Oh no, I didn't know I was talking to a full-grown adult. I thought I was talking to a 13-year-old girl." Yeah. Spencer thought he was talking to an Israeli anti-terrorist soldier. He thought that Israel was okay with a lot of this rhetoric and that this rhetoric was going to go to Israeli television. That's what he thought. The same with these other politicians. They were caught red-handed and they're pieces of shit, right? So when you go on Fox News and they just blow off, first of all, they keep talking about nobody's watching it, but they can't stop talking about it, right? They keep bringing it up. No one's watching it. Nobody cares, but he should have some serious legal repercussions for this, right? If Sacha Baron Cohen has serious legal repercussions for this, then there's going to be serious repercussions for everything, right? I mean, that's just the truth. It just is. You didn't have to fall. They keep bragging about the gun shop owner that knew it was Borat, right? And they celebrate that. Like, oh, see, they caught on to the stupid act. There's more episodes to come. Okay? There's more episodes to come. Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, it's not an achievement to figure out that you're being trolled. If this so-called anti-terrorist Israeli, talk to me, he's not going to have me read a script about 4-year-olds having guns. It's not going to happen. even if I didn't know I was being trolled, like let's say I thought it was actually that, I would start telling this dude, like, you're crazy. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on in Israel, but here we're not gonna have 4-year-olds with guns. At least not yet. Okay. Okay, it's not something I advocate. This is crazy. This is insane, right? And then it doesn't have to be Fox News, okay? CNN, they're being real, like they're inviting these people on, like, oh, you were trolled, haha. They're laughing about it, like it's funny, you know. And then they talk about how, oh, Sacha Baron Cohen's controversial ways of doing things. You know, there's a debate going on whether or not he should be doing what he's doing. What do you mean? This the dude is portraying characters to troll people. That's all he's doing. That's literally all the guy's doing. All right? Like, you could attack him by saying he's not funny. Okay, that's your opinion. Right? If he was successfully, you know, trolling Democratic politicians, right? Which these people do all the time. Like on InfoWars, like they, maybe not politicians, but they always go, right? And they do videos talking to quote unquote liberals, and they make fun of them for the way they talk and the things they say. Like it's and no, I don't think they should face legal ramifications for that. Okay. But if Sacha Baron Cohen faces legal ramifications, the door is wide open, right? You know, all because these so-called, I'm not politically correct, I'm a tough Republican, I'm a tough conservative, I'm not a snowflake like these liberals, I'm a tough guy, right? All because they're being a bunch of snowflake little bitches, right? Because that's what they're being, right? Then you're opening the doors for all types of shit, right? Then that's opening doors for InfoWars to have legal ramifications. That's opening the door for all these, you know, conservative outlets to have legal ramifications. And then they're going to turn around and be like, oh my God, free speech is gone and blah, 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 blah. You know, like this is crazy. Now, first of all, I don't think there's any room for legal ramifications. I think they're being a bunch of fucking crybabies, right? They feel like Sacha Baron Cohen's targeting them. Oh, when Sacha Baron Cohen tried to troll Bernie, he was doing it in a lighthearted way, playing a stupid Republican. Okay, but when he trolls the Republicans, you know, he's so serious and he does it with malice and bad intent. Are you kidding me? Right? Like, are you shitting me, you bunch of fucking crybaby bitches? Okay, are you kidding me? Why don't you, you know, pick yourselves up from the bootstraps and stop getting trolled by an obvious troll job? See, the problem with Sarah Ingram here, okay, I believe her name is Sarah, is she doesn't get it, right? It's the brilliance here is that it's an obvious troll. It's an obvious troll job. And what makes it funny is that they don't see that they're being trolled by an obvious troll. Okay, that's what makes it crazy, all right? That's what's crazy about it. Like, the things he says are so outrageous. You something needs to ring in your head and be like, no, this something doesn't sound right here, right? The bell's got to be ringing at some point. At some point, you got to figure out, okay, this isn't a serious conversation, right? This guy isn't being serious. At some point, you have to come to that realization. At some point. And the fact that many of these guys don't come to that realization is what makes it crazy. So when Sarah Ingram's like, oh, he's not even that clever. And oh, look, that gun owner exposed them. Okay, figured out that it was Borat. Like, and they celebrated like it's such an accomplishment. Well, somebody that just has an average IQ should be able to figure out, right, that this is an obvious troll job, right? So this is like just like that artist, that women, right, that had like an art gallery or whatever. As soon as the guy said, I use my feces and cum to do paintings, as soon as he said that, It should have been, okay, well, good for you. All right, get out of here. Right? We don't do that type of art here. Okay, goodbye. Okay, maybe that's art in your opinion. That's not art here. Goodbye. Right? That would have been a normal person's response. A normal person's response would have been, that's disgusting. Right? I don't know what this is. I don't know why is this why you brought these cameras here to tell me that you use feces to do a painting? Okay, no offense to you, but I find that disgusting, and I don't even know what type of diseases could come out of this. So please get out of my gallery. That would have been a normal response, right? But no, she went along with it. She said, "Oh, this is real art," and she took out a pubic hair. Okay, and gave it to him so he could put on his pubic hair brush, and see, that's what makes it hilarious. Okay, that it's so out there that it went over their head. So that's all I got to say about that, right? Let me see if I could play the Sarah Ingram for those that came in late really quick. That way you don't have to go through the trouble of going back and blah, 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 you know. Let me bring this back up here. All right, here we go.
He calls himself a comedian, Sacha Baron Cohen, and it's time now for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we expose what's behind the big cultural stories of the day. He calls himself a comedian, Sacha Baron Cohen, and he pranked everyone from Sarah Palin to Ted Koppel. But could his stunts now land him in legal trouble? For more, we're joined by Fox News contributor, New York Times bestselling author of the Will Wilder series, Raymond Arroyo. Raymond, Cohen's new show, Who is America, premiered this weekend, but the real question is, I want to know, is who the heck is watching?
Not too many people. It premiered with only 327,000 total viewers. That's 0.1 in the demo.
Oh, it only had 320,000 viewerships in a premium channel called Showtime, by the way. And then I like how he says total viewers. No, what do you mean total viewers? Okay. Are you stupid? All right. Are you dumb? What about the other reruns? What about those? What about the people that are still watching it now? What about the people that streamed it on the app? 20 million people have seen it on YouTube. What are you talking about?
You had those ratings, you would probably go into retirement.
Well, I'd be at 3 a.m. I get those ratings.
Well, I don't even think you get them at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I think you get more than that. Yeah. But here's the point. Though Cohen was able to snooker people like Dick Cheney, Sarah Palin, and others, there was a Riverside, California gun shop owner whom, when Cohen walked in, his name was Norris Sweden, the gun shop owner, he saw through Sacha's charade early on. Watch.
I just kept looking at the guy, and I was like, "You're Borat." As soon as I said that, his eyes just looked at me like, and he did a B-turn right out the door. Once I knew it was Borat, we already know his game and his so we knew that he's here to make a mockery. And make a mockery of what? Gun owners, the gun business, gun shops?
He did make a mockery of gun owners and gun activists. He got some of them to read a script teaching children how to use firearms. Again, it's to embarrass people who own guns, who like guns. And Cohen, by the way, was dressed as a Hungarian immigrant there with a beard. He looked like a runaway from Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty! I was just going to say he looked like Duck Dynasty.
Maybe that
No. But I love the whole, they make fun of the good old boys. Like, the good old boys are dumb. And that good old boy saw right through that lame costume. And in little Frady Cat, instead of standing there trying to do some original stand-up, he should have turned it into a joke. But instead, he ran out. What a little
And then there's this charge of that he's stolen valor. In fact, there was some billboards around L.A. about this. The problem with the Stolen Valor Act of 2013 that some think applies to Cohen because he impersonated a war veteran, it doesn't apply. It's about wearing the medal, a false medal. That's what's illegal.
I think he's impersonating a comedian myself.
Yeah, so it turns out that, first of all, in the segment itself, that they're admitting that there's no real case here. You know, but they want to make it sound like there is. All right? I mean, this is fucking retarded. Okay? But anyway, you see that? You see how she's funny? Oh, he's impersonating a comedian. Oh, man, you're so funny, Ingram. I mean, you're hilarious. I mean, man, the humor in Fox is just a whole nother level, right? Anyway, that's the video. Those are my thoughts. Let me read some comments here. I'll definitely get to some boxing videos, guys. This is not a boxing video, so but I got you. What's up to Prince White Charming? This style you don't understand. We conservatives can't take a joke if the joke is directly directed at us. Gotcha. Kim Laws, I'll do a video about all that another time, bro. But yeah, I saw that. Prince White Charming, I'm not anti-Israel nor pro-Israel, but the conservatives in the U.S. have a huge boner for the state of Israel and Netanyahu. Yeah. Kevin Laws wants me to do videos on Fury Wilder. Let the fight be official, and then we'll talk. That's what I'm waiting on, anyway. Gorguga, Cohen is Jewish, though, but first time he played a Jewish character. Gotcha. Still sounds like some French dude, though. But Prince White Charming, it's funny how Dick Cheney got fooled and trolled by Cohen. Gorguga, yeah, that was hilarious, but Trump surprisingly didn't get tricked for long. He cut the interview short. Well, again, we haven't seen, I don't know, did he interview Trump? A lot of people are starting to come out and talk all tough, but man, it hasn't been released yet. I know Roy Moore came out, right, and talked all tough. Oh, yeah, I caught onto it right away, and if they release the footage, I'm going to sue. Like, they put it out there anyway, and the shit was hilarious, right? Just not really related to this topic, but what's your opinion on incels? Elliot Rodger, Nicholas Cruz, and the Toronto guy were considered incels. Interesting. Let me see. Incels is self-identifying members of an online subculture who define themselves as unable to find a romantic or sexual partner despite a desiring one. Is described as inceldom. I don't know. It just sounds like a bunch of dudes that scared to approach a woman or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about that, to be honest. Although I disagree with Cruz being an incel because he's had a girlfriend prior. Gotcha. It's a funny show. Genius, even. I think, I don't know if he's a genius. I don't know about classified as genius, but in its own way, it's brilliant. I'll say that. Elliot Rodger is worshipped by many people to this day. Cruz would consider an insult maybe because Elliot Rodger was his hero. Gugua says, Jim, it's flip on its head. His old show, Ali G, just a different character. Prince White Charm says, Tucker Carlson is a snowflake. It whines about liberals being snowflakes. It's Laura, not Sarah. Okay, gotcha. Laura Ingram, one word describes her best, the word cunt. Gotcha. Kim Laws is gone. I think he really wants me to talk about this Wilder Fury thing, but we'll get to that, man. But with that said, guys, thanks to everybody tuned in, man. All right? This is D-Style. And I'm out.